channel. Today I have a brand new video topic for you, and so we are going to get right into it. Today's video is about authenticity through dance performance. Now, when you hear that, it may sound like a few different things, but what we're going to specifically talk about today is how to be authentic during performance, how to be authentic on stage, how to sort of build that authenticity that allows emotion to sort of spill over or come from the person on the stage out into the audience, and just the different ways that that can come about. Okay, so I'm just going to start and get right into it. So the first way that you could build authenticity, or people think that you can build authenticity from the stage while you're performing, is by mimicking emotion. Now, I'm going to start with that one because that mimicking emotion is not the best way to perform, right? But the reason why I put that one on the list is because some dancers may be at that point. You may not be mature enough yet. You may just be starting out, or you may not have certain experiences, or you may not have been on the stage a lot, or you may have been directed, while you're learning choreography, like, hey, when you reach your arm forward, I want you to like push your chest forward, and I really want to feel it, right? So just different notes. Or you can hear something like this, for example, when you go to reach for each other and you guys come center stage, I want you both to then sharply turn your head downstage and look mad, right? So when you hear those types of notes, if you're not a dancer that is more experienced, or if you're also a dancer that is not as mature, you're going to take those notes, right? And while we should take notes, I just want you to recognize that this is just sort of the first layer, right, of presenting that authenticity while you're on stage. Now, once you get to like college, and most definitely after college, you should be out of the place where the only way you can present emotion, the only way you can really give a compelling performance, is only if someone is giving you a directive to do so, right? So someone should not have to tell you by the time you get to college-ish, and when you get into your professional career, okay, I want you to look mad. Okay, at this point, okay, now I want you, when you go back upstage, I want you to look sad, or I want you to smile, right? So those type of things should not be what is sort of creating that authenticity in your emotion for the stage. Now, again, some dancers, that's the only thing you can do. But I want you to know that mimicking emotion for the stage is more of like a base level, low level way to dance. Okay, I just want you to know that. Just giving you guys the facts here. Okay, and so the next way is that you can generate these emotions and kind of give a compelling performance is by listening to music, the music that you're dancing to, and generate the emotion that way. Now, that's very common. Obviously, music is powerful, and most definitely when you have choreographic pieces that you are working on, the music most definitely has influenced the choreographer. And so now when the choreographer is giving the dancer some work, you then have the responsibility to also listen to that music and try to make the movement match that and bring that alive in your own way. Okay, so this honestly gives so much more responsibility to the artist and to the dancer, because now you're just not in the space where you're like, okay, they taught me first section, second section, third section, and that's it. No. And this is why I actually just made a post on my Instagram, is that for your professional dance career, it's not just all about your great dancing, okay? There's layers to this. So when we talk about listening to the music to generate that emotion for the stage, that is a responsibility that you have as an artist. Really take in the music, and then if there are lyrics to the song, or to the piece of music, really listen to the lyrics, okay? So there's a combination of, this is the choreography that I've been giving. I'm learning the choreography. It's gotten into my body. I'm rehearsing it, making sure that it is the best work that I can do. And then you have the piece where you're listening to the music and or the lyrics, and these two things come together, okay? Another way that you can make sure that you are presenting authenticity on the stage and creating those emotions is that if you're dancing with a partner or if you're dancing with a group of people, okay, you guys can sort of feed off of each other's feelings, feed off of each other's emotion or how one another is doing the step, okay? Now, you can definitely feel this when you're working with a group, but it is it's pretty beautiful when you're doing it if you just have a duet or if you're working on a pas de deux. Okay, so obviously that means that now you're not the only one that has the responsibility to listen to the music or listen to the lyrics, right? On top of getting the choreography, but now the other person or the other people you're dancing with on stage have that same responsibility. And while everyone is honing in on that responsibility, just in case you're upstage and you turn around and you have like a, I don't know, some type of move that you have to do, a ton of flats or soda shah or something like that, you can then pull energy from the other people or the other person you're dancing with, and that emotion will come across to the audience, okay? Now, right now, we are 2 levels away from mimicking emotion. I want you to know that mimicking emotion is like the most rudimentary way to dance, okay? And then I want to talk about this one, which is, I think, it's something that can be layered on to the other ways that we just talked about, but life experiences. You can create and generate emotion for the stage in a work throughout choreography based on your life experiences, okay? So earlier I talked about kind of like the immaturity that a dancer can have when the only way they're able to generate emotion or to have a compelling performance is only because someone gives them the emotions to present, right? So in that regard, yes, that's pretty immature. But then when you get to the point where you can now add life experiences, that does come with a more mature dancer. Not necessarily that you're an older dancer, although that does weigh in on it, but you are a dancer who has had experiences and you know how to take those experiences and mold them or meld them with the choreography. Here's the choreography, right? Anybody can learn choreography. This is what I need dancers to understand. Anyone can learn choreography. Anyone can mimic choreography. Anyone can mimic emotion. Anyone can go on stage and smile at this part or look upset at this part or just be super like extra with their movement, right? But it has no connection to the person that's dancing, or it has no connection to the words, right? Or to the people around them on stage. But when you take the choreography, let's say this is the choreography, and you take, hey, I'm going to listen to the music. Let's say this is listening to the music. Hey, I'm going to connect with the people around me. I'm going to connect with my partner also on stage. And hey, I'm also going to add in my life experiences, and I'm going to put all that together and I'm going to meld it with the choreography. Now, once you do that, you honestly have like this 3-dimensional or 4-dimensional performance rather than having a 1-dimensional performance when you are not able to connect in either of those ways. So I want you to know that there are responsibilities that we have as dance artists. It's not just all glitz and glamour. And that if you are a dancer who is just in the area of mimicking emotion, I challenge you to listen more to your instructors. I challenge you to look at the dancers around you who are more professional who are more mature. And then I challenge you also to, like, once you're getting choreography, even if you're just in class, like, really listen to the music, right? So that's kind of like a little game that you can do throughout the day for yourself, just to get yourself to become a dancer who can just effortlessly display authenticity through your dance performance. Guys, if you want to learn more, make sure you check out the links in my bio. I have some incredible dance career resources. Make sure you like, comment, share this video or any of my videos. I had quite a few live videos last week, and I talked about some really, really great things. I also have a brand new long form YouTube video out talking to you about me being the only Black woman dancing with Columbia City Ballet. I have a part 2 coming for that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, if you are not on my email list, you want to do that. And yeah, just great more things coming your way. And until next time, guys, happy dancing. See you later.